Our story begins here in East Atlanta, Georgia, during the Depression in the late 1930s. The neighborhood kids would gather around this monument to Union General McPherson on McPherson Avenue to play. They would dare each other to run on the iron pipe-like rails from one side to the other without falling. My Aunt Sarah didn't make the cut. She sprained her arm falling off that railing. When it rained hard, mini balls and other Civil War artifacts would bubble up to the surface and the kids would collect them. There were so many of these, in fact, that my grandmother would say, "Stop bringing that junk home." Can you imagine that? My dad used to talk about those days often, playing with his siblings, especially his older brothers, James and Coley, and all of the neighborhood kids. Two of their best friends growing up in that small East Atlanta neighborhood were Buck and Bill Patillo, two twin boys the same age as my Uncle Coley, born in 1924. My dad was a little younger, born in 1926. My dad and his family lived in this home just yards from the monument. The six Patillo kids and their parents, Joe and Pearl Patillo, lived in this house around the corner. It was in this yard that my Uncle Coley accidentally shot my dad's right eye out with a BB gun they received for Christmas. It was just an unfortunate accident, but my uncle never got over it, feeling guilty the rest of his life. I told him it probably saved my daddy's life, as he was unable to either enlist or be drafted into the service during World War II, although he badly wanted to. Uncle Coley and Uncle James enlisted, as did Buck and Bill Patillo. Buck and Bill Patillo's story is nothing short of amazing. Born identical twins in 1924, they did everything together. They enlisted together in 1942 into the Army Air Corps. They received their wings in March 1944 and were assigned to the 8th Air Force in England as P-51 pilots with the 352nd Fighter Group. Buck completed 36 combat missions and Bill 30. Bill was shot down by anti-aircraft fire while strafing a German airfield in April 1945 and was a POW until the end of the war. Released from active duty in December 1945, they both enrolled at Georgia Tech and flew P-47s in the Georgia Air National Guard. Both were recalled to active duty in February 1948 and assigned to the 31st Fighter Group in Albany, Georgia, and then to the 36th Fighter Group in Germany. While there in 1949, Buck and Bill assisted in organizing the Sky Blazers, an aerial demonstration team. They both avoided death when, as members of the Sky Blazers, a precursor to today's Thunderbirds, the Patillos, both captains, were returning to Frankfurt, Germany from an air show in England when a F-84 piloted by another pilot exploded mid-flight. Charles Buck Patillo advanced to the rank of Brigadier General in 1969. His brother Cuthbert, Bill Patillo, was promoted to Brigadier General soon after. Again, they did everything together. Their mother, Pearl Patillo, passed away in 1957, still residing at the quaint home on Metropolitan Avenue. Bill Patillo died on February 20th, 2014 in Virginia. Buck lived until 2019. also dying in Virginia. Both are buried at Arlington. My dad talked about the Patillos often. They lost touch over the years, but occasionally saw each other. I even got to meet them once. My dad and his siblings never forgot the Patillos, their sweet parents, and the hospitality they provided all those kids with plenty of Kool-Aid and potato chips on that quaint front porch. I often wonder if the people living in this old charming home in East Atlanta know of the people who lived before them and the stories long gone, and of the famous Pattillo Twins, both brigadier generals who grew up there. Thanks for watching.